All right, let's give you an overview of model training. Machine learning means taking an AI model and putting it through training using data sets. You give it a bunch of data and then you train it on that data. And that model training has a life cycle. And it goes a little something like this. You've got data preparation, and then you've got the actual data training. Give it the data that you've prepped, and then it's training it. You validate, and then you test, and a lot of testing. And then when all the testing is validation, training is all done, you deploy. And after deploy, you monitor. And you can see in real time organizations like ChatGPT, Anthropic, OpenAI, Google. This is what they do with their models. They're constantly in the state of training, validation, testing, deploying, and monitoring their models. They're always trying to get them to be better and better. And another thing that you need to know is overfitting versus underfitting. Overfitting is when you have high training accuracy but low validation accuracy, meaning it just memorized all the data and it's not very good at the patterns, but very good at it's memorized everything exactly. Meaning if something new comes at it, it's gonna have a hard time figuring that out because it's just memorized it. You've overtrained it and it's to the point where it's just memorized everything. Think of it like a person who is they're gonna take a test and they just memorize instead of knowing the patterns and understanding what's going on, they just memorize everything. And so they perfectly get the test right. But if you ask them any other questions about that topic, they don't understand the material. They only know the questions, answers to the question. That's overfitting. An oversimplified version of overfitting. Underfitting is the opposite of that. This is where there's poor accuracy everywhere. It just didn't learn enough. It didn't go through the entire epoch, or it didn't go enough times. And speaking of epochs, one full pass through training data might not be enough. If you have too few times that you're going through too little data, you have something called underfitting, meaning the model just doesn't know enough. And then if you do it too much, if you go to too many times through the data model, same sets of data going through the model over and over again, the model just knowing all the patterns, at some point it just memorizes everything and it's not going to be able to be flexible. So a good example of that would be these diagrams here. These diagrams symbolize if you're going through epochs, right? You're sending the system through training, and you're having training errors. You're going through, if you don't train it enough through the different epochs going through the proper data models, it's just not going to know enough. It's not going to understand the patterns. And if you go too much, it's going to be very biased. It's only going to know what you trained it. It's only going to know the answers. It's not going to be flexible in the with the data. Whether you're training it on real estate or you're training it on the markets to do trading or to recognize trends or cybersecurity, doesn't matter. Whatever it is, if you go too far with it, it's overfitting. If you go too little, it's underfitting. Okay, here it explains here. It says you've got the data input examples for algorithms for the algorithm, and then you've got overfitting. Too much complexity memorizes the training data itself. Like it's very smart on the actual test, the actual training data, but it not flexible enough to know what's going on. Then underfitting is too little complexity, fails to capture the actual patterns at all. Both of these are not great, right? These are not good things to happen, especially with cybersecurity, because think of it. Let's say you were trying to train a model on phishing attacks, like different types of phishing attacks, and you want to give it all this training data to know what a good email looks like versus bad emails, but you don't train it enough. You only train it on 20 emails. It's just going to be underfitted. It's just not going to understand all the patterns that could happen with the complexities of phishing emails. But if you go too far and you just give it a bunch of fake data, simulated data over and over again, the same data over and over, it's going to memorize just that pattern. You want to have something in between where it's flexible enough. And this right here, these three patterns give you a great example. The first one is it just didn't train enough. So the pattern wasn't picked up at all. And these dots represent, let's say, the data. And then this is the model going through its motions. And then this middle one is where it's in the middle, the Goldilocks zone, where it's it knows and understands the patterns and has the flexibility to hit any of these dots and anything else you throw at it. So anything within this curve, it's going to pick it up. Like anything within this, it's going to pick it up because it knows the patterns in between. And this one is overfitting, where it's just going from one dot to another to another. It's like the student who's practiced the test so many times, but they don't understand the actual material that's there. They only know the answers to the questions, which sounds like, oh, yeah, I would rather know the answers to questions. But think about it. If they can only capture what's given, what's been tested, then if something weird comes out, which it will definitely come out, they'll miss it. And that's almost worse because now you think you have a good model, but it's actually giving you wrong answers. That's a terrible situation. You have a model that you trust that you think is accurate, but it's actually not accurate. That's actually worse. It'd be better if you knew the model was wrong and fixed it, right? Than having something you trust for years or months or something that doesn't know the patterns and is telling you wrong information. All right, let's keep going here.